Hey everyone, it's Summer with AstariaSen. Can you believe it is March already? Holy cow. So this month I have a ton of stuff going on. I'm so excited. I have a lot of deck walkthroughs. I've been getting decks like a mad woman. I think I got like 8 decks in February. And then a couple more came in yesterday actually. I just got these 2 decks yesterday, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to be doing walkthroughs on all of this too. But yeah, I have several walkthroughs going on for this month, mainly because I have a lot going on. I have an event, a booth event at the end of March, so the 28th and 29th. So I'll be doing deck walkthroughs that weekend instead of doing the weekly readings because I won't be home to do the weekly readings. But I'm making all my art stuff, all my sculptures and pieces to sell at the big event, and it's like the main event of the entire year for me, so it's really, really important. And so I spend all of March like getting ready for it. So anyways, this month is going to be a lot of walkthroughs because that's what I have available to schedule, and I think I have a couple more VRs, and I think I did one book haul, fairy book haul that's coming too. All right, so as many of you know who have been watching the soul cards, up here we have the side, Up here we have the main card that tells you what you need to write down. So you need to write down color, gemstone, time, tree, animal, bird, object, and place. Just those words, because we're going to find all of those specific words via your soul cards. So your color, you write down color, and then you get 3 soul cards. So from those 3 soul cards, you will pick one color that associates best for you based off the 3 cards. Now keep in mind, this is just for fun, and it's also based off your birth time. So that's why it takes your sun, moon, and rising. And they're basically like correspondences to the stuff that you do. If you do ritual magic, the things on your soul cards are what best help you do the strongest ritual magic that you can. Or if you are very big into altars, it'll help you with your altars. If you're big into energy work, it's stuff that can help you with your energy work, divination, those kinds of things. And it's going to go over the place. I mean, maybe your place is a forest, or maybe it's your home. But on your soul cards, it'll have 3 choices, and you'll pick one of those choices. Now, I also want to tell you guys that because March is such a busy month, and there's a lot of other things I want to do on this channel besides the soul card readings. In April, I have a bunch of new stuff coming, like super cool new stuff. Some of it's with Amethyst Ascension with Rochelle, and we've got some really fun things planned starting, what is it, next week. Yeah, next Monday we have something really neat planned for you guys, and it's going to be live on my channel. But anyway, so yeah, there's lots of fun stuff coming, lots of things that are going to be going on, especially in April, and I want to be able to have the time to do all of that, and I don't like uploading every single day. It's very time consuming to upload every single day, so I'm going to start cutting back uploading every single day, and instead just do it on specific days, 3, maybe 4 times a week max, and then kind of go from there. So we will see how that goes, but that also means that the soul cards are going to jump down to 1 time per month. I'll do it 1 time per month. So this one right here, if you're watching right now, this one right here is, you will get your readings if you leave your sun, moon, and rising signs in the comments below. You will get your reading in April for the soul cards, okay? So just keep that in mind. And we are getting ready to go for some people's soul cards. Are you excited? I'm excited. I think these cards are so gorgeous. And if you don't know what they are the Faerie Enchantment deck via Ian Daniels. So it's the Faerie Enchantment deck. It's an oracle deck, and it's by Ian Daniels. It's an indie deck. It's an indie deck I really, really like. And it's all about Fae. It's all fairy related stuff, magic related stuff. You can do charms with the correspondences. You can do any kind of magic that you're working on, or energy work, or altar stuff, or prayer stuff that you want to do, you can do with your correspondences. So let's go ahead and get into it. I think I talked your ear off long enough. So I will see you guys in just a moment as I flip the camera around so we can look at some cards. All right, and we are back. Now, just as a reminder, make sure you have written down color, gemstone, time, tree, animal, bird, object, and place so that we can look through them on your soul cards. I already have one person's up. This is your generic card, your generic soul card. Isn't she pretty? She's the beloved. So she's the generic, okay? And I will leave that up for just a second while I talk. So I'm actually only doing 2 people today because the third one was missing one of her signs, so I couldn't actually pre-record hers for the premiere and for this video. So I'm only doing 2 people today, and she will have to go into hers next month because I'm going to do these once a month. If you are wanting your soul cards done, please leave a comment with your sun, your moon, and your rising signs. If you don't know what your rising sign is or your moon sign is, I will have links in the description for you to where you can find those for yourself. And then next month, I will pick 3 people from the comments who have given me their sun, moon, and rising signs, and I will do theirs next month. So first up, we are going to be doing Linda Wakeland. Sorry, Linda. So we're going to do Linda's first. All right. And these are her 3 soul cards that I already pre-pulled for her. Okay. This first one is Awen. Isn't she pretty? She is the fairy queen of healing and compassion and sovereignty. She's a regulator of the spark of life, and she's skilled in like divine alchemy and stuff like that. Isn't she gorgeous? I just love her. So here's the back of the card, and you'll be able to choose from these words. This is your rune if you want to write down your rune, just like boop, 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 it works. This is the fairy rune, so all the cards will have a fairy rune, and then these are the 3 words that go for your like phrase that you want to focus on, I guess. Okay. All right. This one right here is Bran. He sure is pretty to look at, isn't he? He is. Okay. So Bran is a giant sun god of rejuvenation, purification, and the arts. He looks very creative too, doesn't he? I think he does. All right, and on the back, that's how you spell his name. And these are his words. This is the fairy rune that goes with him. And these will be your choices. All right, and then the next one, your last one for your rising sign right here. This one is cool. According to the Faerie Enchantments book, a lot of these cards, even though they're oracle magic cards, they resonate with the tarot, and this one is actually that resonates with the hermit. Isn't that spiffy? Sorry. All right, and your last one is, I gotta pronounce it right. It would be Haboendia. Haboendia. There we go. Haboendia. Okay. And Haboendia is a witch goddess of fortune, harvest, expansion, and prosperity. Bringer of good fortune. Her blessings are sought after in late summer to ripen fruit and increase potency in harvests and herds. Pretty nifty, huh? Beautiful card. All right, and that's how you spell it, but that's not how you pronounce it. Looking these up was really interesting to figure out how to pronounce. And then there's the fairy rune for your final god. Now keep in mind, these gods and goddesses are the ones that you could probably look up if you haven't heard of them and start focusing on. Their energy is going to work really well with yours. All right, so for the first one that we're going to choose, Miss Linda, is color. You can choose gray, white, or a purpley brown. I don't know, I think I would choose white out of those colors. A purpley brown, what does purpley brown look like? I'll have to look up purpley brown and see if I can figure it out. And then for your gemstone, you have hematite, unakite, and golden obsidian. Golden obsidian, oh, that sounds so pretty, doesn't it? But hematite's good too. Yeah, I'd have a hard time choosing between those two, I think. So I guess it's whichever one resonates best with you. So it's just for you. You're the only one who's going to be doing your prayers or altars or energy work or charms or ritual magic, whatever you choose to do with them. It's just for you. So the next one that we're going to choose is time. So this would be the time that would be best suited for you. So December or noon or twilight. Me, I'd probably pick noon or twilight just because those are in-between times. They're the in-between times, and that really works well with Fae, is the in-between. All right, and then our next one is tree. Your next choice is from trees. So we have a blackthorn, we have a fennel, and we have brambles. So cool thing about blackthorn is there is actual fairies that go with blackthorn. So I'm super excited about that, and I'll be talking about those in a later video. But I found information on those, so I'm super excited to share that with you guys later too. All right, so the next one is the animal that would help you or best amplify some of your work. We have wolf, white hound, or hedgehog. The hedgehog might be some really fun energy. Really fun energy. White hound might be best for like loyalty energy, and the wolf more like strong energy. I mean, it's entirely possible that you use all three in all the cards too. I mean, if you really want to write all of them down, you can. There's nothing stopping you. All right, so the next one is bird. So we have an osprey, a white raven, or a heron. I'd probably choose a white raven out of those, I think. But those can be like feathers from those birds, or just like a physical representation in like sculpture form might even work. Just like the energy of the object and the intent, probably. All right, so then the next one is the actual object that would be really good for you to charm or work well with your energy, stuff like that. We have musical bells, leaves, or a bracelet. Ooh, hard choices, because I feel like bracelet and musical bells and leaves all kind of go with Fae, and I would have a hard time with all of that. Oh yeah, totally would. All right, and your final one, Miss Linda, is actual place. So this actual place would amplify your energy work, would amplify your intent, would amplify your magical abilities, and the correspondences would be amplified in those areas as well. So we have a natural spring, any kind of woodland, or any kind of stone circle. Ooh, those are hard. We don't have like a natural spring, but we have a waterfall here up on the mountain from us. That would be cool. And it's also in a woodland area. And I'll bet you that I can make circles out of stones in the fall area. So that would be kind of cool. All right. So then the other thing to consider is these words right here. If you've been watching the soul card videos, you know that the first word is your first word, so reconcile. Second word is the second card, mental. Third word is the third card, or third word is in the third card is fortune. See how it goes first, second, and third? And you don't have to keep it that way. You can rearrange them. So then the first word becomes increase, the second word becomes tranquil, and the last word becomes clarity. And I really like that one actually. But any of those words you can mix around like this and make it work. So that is yours, Miss Linda. I hope you enjoyed them. They are very pretty cards, and we will be moving on next to Dawn Sunpath. So, hey Dawn, we will be doing yours next. I gotta move these cards over here. There we go. Voila. Voila. All right. And if you are just joining us, Dawn, or anybody else, if you're doing soul cards, you need to have your generic forms for your objects written down so that we can find them. So color, gemstone, time, tree, animal, bird, object, and place. And again, if you are unsure what we are doing, we are using the sun, moon, and rising sign for, right now it's going to be Dawn, her sun, moon, and rising signs to find her soul card so she could find the correspondences that will work best with her energy, her magic work, her ritual work, her altars, whatever she wants to make them at. Okay, so I'll move this out of the way. And we are going to, let's see, your first one is Siona, your second one is Lou, and your third one is Dawn. All right. Let's take a look. Oh, pretty, pretty cards. This is I think this is the moon card in reference to the major arcana for this Faerie Enchantment deck. Isn't it gorgeous? It's gorgeous. Okay, let me find Siona real quick. All right. Siona, she's a Luna goddess. She who stole divine wisdom from a magical fairy well. Ooh, I like this. Renowned for cunning, psychic abilities, and magical illusions. Look at her. She is stunning. What a great first card. What a great, great rising card, or sun card, huh? Because this is for your sun sign, Sagittarius. So that's how you spell the goddess's name, the Luna goddess's name. These are the words that you can choose from. This is the rune. So it looks like an arrow and then a line next to it. So that's pretty easy. And then these will be the things we are choosing from. Okay, so our next one is Lou. We've had Lou before. Isn't he pretty? I like Lou. All right, so he's an archetype sun god. He's a great archer, a craftsman, and a magician. And in myth, Lou is killed and reincarnated as an eagle. And he represents the cycle of life and rebirth of the sun. He's got a tail. Whoop, whoop. I like the tail. Okay, that's how you spell his name. These are his words. This is the fairy rune that goes with it. And fun thing about fairy runes, if I haven't mentioned it, which I don't recall mentioning it before, but you can put those runes together and make a sigil out of them. So that's why it's cool to write those down. All right, so then these are the words we are going to be choosing from. Okay. Last card, your Sagittarius for your rising sign? No, your Cancer. Wow. I got these all mixed up. I mean, they're the right cards, but you are Pisces, Leo, and Cancer. Yeah, Pisces, Leo, and Cancer. They're the right cards. I just didn't have the right signs in my brain. So she is super pretty. She is. And she is Dawn. Yeah, that's a great card. All right, so Dawn. Known as Water of Divinity, her name can be translated as deep or abyss. Represents the divine source. She relates to water and the moon, and she unveils the secrets of sacred alchemy, and she opens portals to the fairy world. Ooh, can I have her? I don't have Dawn in mine. I want Dawn in mine. All right, these are the words. This is the fairy rune. And you could put all of these runes together to make a sigil. And these will be the choices that we have. All right, so again, real quick, we're going to start with color. Color is crimson, pale yellow, or silvery. Ooh, silvery, silvery. I like silvery. So much can be done with silvery. Though again, I guess crimson, a lot could be done with crimson too. It just depends on what kind of, what you're after at this point in time in your life. And these can always change. So it's not like you have to stick with these all the time. They're just what works best for you right now. All right. Our next one is gemstone. The gemstones are picture jasper, citrine, and moonstone. Ooh, I like moonstone. I do. I have some moonstone chips, which I really like. They work really well when I'm doing stuff with my altar and my moon altar and stuff like that. All right, our next one is time. So we have March, August, and night. Ooh, I think I'd do night. I just really like this card. It's very moon, very night, very I want to do it kind of card. Now keep in mind, that's just the kind of time frame that would be really good to amplify your energies, okay? All right, so the next one is tree. So we have a holm oak, a fern, or a mistletoe. Now this is stuff that you could take from a tree, you can have physical representation of a tree, or you can be by a tree like this to help you with your charms and your prayers and your energies and any kind of magical stuff that you're doing, including potions, I guess. That would work too, right? If you're doing any oils or anything like that. All right, the next one is animal. So we have fox, a lion. Ooh, that's a strong one. And a rabbit. Rabbit's super cute. It is. We're actually watching his Dark Materials. Well, we just finished it last night, and there's a talking rabbit for one of the daemons in that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's on like Amazon and HBO, I think, and it's a series based off of a book, The Golden Compass. It's a really fun series so far. I've enjoyed it. All right, so the next one is bird. We have swallow, a bittern, or a crane. And again, you can use feathers from those birds, or you can use a physical representation in a sculpture or a picture for those birds to just kind of give you that energy that you're looking for. All right, and the next one is object. So a mask, an arrow, or silver. How interesting is that? Silver. I wonder, does that mean it could be like a silver spoon or a silver necklace, or does it have to be like just like a chunk of silver, of any kind of silver? I mean, I guess there's possibilities that are completely endless. And, you know, based off this, you could even charm or magically spell one of those objects to stick around with you, to amplify your energies or help protect you, or maybe it even has your rune symbols on them, you know? All sorts of stuff you could really do. All right, so the last one is your place. Now this is a place that would really benefit you to help you work your magic, to help you work your special stuff. All right, so we have mists. Ooh, that sounds like really mysterious. And I just picture like this rolling of mist coming in and like walking through it, and how words carry and stuff like that in it. Very magical. Forked pathway, and that's interesting because that kind of pathway is an in-between, which means you can meet fairies. And then we have lake. So very water-based. This card is, wow, so much moon energy going on in this card. Like I could feel it. It's all warm by my hand saying, hey, you want to work with me. So up next is your words, okay? So the first word comes from the first card, reflect. Your second card represents the second word, decision. Your third card represents the third word, intuition, okay? Or you can change them around any way that you want. We can do absorb, second word, psychic, third word, victory. We can do absorb, decisive, illusion. We can do illuminate, subconscious illusions, which is kind of cool. So, I mean, depending on how you switch these around can really reflect how you're feeling, what your tones are for whatever you're working with. I basically picked my 3 words and I use it as an inscription, or I use it as a mantra, or I use it to focus as focus words, or I use it as like a little saying to remind myself of what to keep in mind. So in case you want to look at these one more time, here they are. All right. So that is the end of this week's fun soul cards. Again, if you want your soul cards read, then please make sure that in the comments you write down your sun, moon, and rising sign. And then in April, I will pick 3 people, and I will do your soul cards based off that. And this is, again, going to start being a once a month thing. And I hope you guys have a very wonderful day.